Bobby Tripp at the top of the field, ready to bring the field down, looking for the green off of turn number 4. 30 laps for the Everett Auto Parts late models here on Cisco Boston Night. Green flag is underway, and the late models rock down into turn number 1.
Side by side is Tripp and Newcomb down the backstretch. And contact there on the backstretch, and the accordion effect. Caution.
Down, Bobby Tripp on the outside as they come off of turn number 4. Green flag unfurls. We're underway as they rock and roll down into turn number 1.
It's Tripp and Newcomb side by side once again down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. Lambert and Johnson also side by side off the corner. And Jerry D sits there in 5th, looking to that bottom lane to get going for 3rd.
Side by side off of turn number 2. The 88 of Tripp, the 7 of Newcomb. Newcomb got a little bit crossed up, but able to keep the momentum. A dead heat at the stripe puts Tripp at the top of the leaderboard by 0.02 of a second.
Still side by side they go as the black flag waves to the 9 of Cannon. It's Newcomb. Comes out of turn number 4. He holds the lead, and Tripp falls in line in 2nd.
Lambert holding on to 4th, and look at DeGasperi try to make it 3 wide. He settles it in back behind as Lambert works the inside of Johnson. That's the battle for 3rd down into 1 and 2. Look at Tripp. Try the crossover down the backstretch.
Into turns 3 and 4 they go. It's a 2-car race as it's opened up. Contact between Lambert and Johnson. Johnson around. Out of turn 4, a big pile up there, but we're still under green.
What a save by Johnson, and heads up by everybody behind him. They roll down into 3. Lambert holding on to the 3rd spot. Lambert's got something hanging off the right side. The officials are taking a look at that.
Jerry DeGasperi down on the rear bumper of Lambert. Lambert hopefully not slowed up too much by that damage to his car, but DeGasperi is looking to take advantage as he follows him down through 1 and 2.
Off the second corner down into turn 3, a little bit deeper in the pack. Tommy Adams working himself up through as Tony Macrino slides up the racetrack. The field thunders by down to the inside. Macrino backs off and settles in at the tail end. Lambert is off the pace off at 2.
Lambert off the pace. Jennison has to
trouble down in the corner. Belcher is around off away in the Bristol Toyota Tundra pace truck. Pulls down to the center of the infield. Paul Newcomb ready to bring the field down with Bobby Tripp on the outside of the front row. They wind it up one more time down into turn number 1. Tripp with a good run down into the corner.
We saw Tripp earlier run that outside lane. Newcomb eventually took the lead. We'll see if Tripp can make it any better this time around as he holds that outside lane. They're side by side after 1 lap. Tripp.
Virtual dead heat at the stripe as Tripp was able to edge him out and gets a good run down the backstretch. Newcomb trying to battle back down into turn number 3. They go side by side. Potter gets around. The 56 is involved. The 80.
Johnson for 4th. Johnson with the edge. 3 and 4, but Tomasi hangs strong on that inside lane.
Dan Johnson continues to work the top side down off of turn number 2. Wheel to wheel. Johnson's got the advantage, and look at Soulier trying to make it 3 wide down on the inside. The rookie Ryan Soulier down to the inside gets a run into 1 and 2.
Soulier makes it work. He'll hop into that 6th position all on his own as it's still 3 wide behind him. Jennison, Belcher, and Lynham side by side through the middle. Lynham comes out ahead as Jennison holds strong on that outside lane out of 2.
Ryan Soulier on a tear down on the inside into the top 5. Looking for 4th down to the inside of Tomasi.
Soulier side by side with Tomasi with Johnson on his rear bumper as they head down the backstretch. Soulier looks to clear Tomasi for 4th as they head through the corner. He does. Johnson now looks underneath Tomasi for 5th, and he takes it as well. Down the backstretch they go. Bobby Tripp opening up just a bit of a lead over Jerry D with Paul Newcomb right over Jerry D's rear bumper. But Jerry D looking to close on Bobby Tripp in that Everett Auto Parts number 88. He continues to lead.
Tripp sets the pace down into 3 and 4 with the car on the move. Is that black and number 8 of Ryan Soulier. Takes a look down to the inside of Newcomb, settles it in back. Trouble down into 3 and 4. 1 car rolling.
Down the backstretch they go. It's DeGasperi and Bobby Tripp side by side out of turn number 4. Green flag in the air as they drag race down into 1 and 2. DeGasperi with a nice edge out of turn 4, but Tripp on the throttle down the backstretch. He'll take the lead, and now Newcomb side by side with Jerry D for second.
Newcomb looking for some running room, takes away that second spot down into turn 3 and 4. They go wheel to wheel off of the second corner. Newcomb's got a little bit of a nose advantage as Jerry D slides back just a little bit. Here comes Johnson into the fight.
Newcomb in that second position now. Jerry D's got the front tire right alongside Newcomb, but he's going to fall back to third, and Dan Johnson in the 4. Looking to challenge Jerry D for that third position as Belcher and Soulier side by side as well for 5th.
Battle for the lead. Paul Newcomb dives down to the inside of Bobby Tripp. They race down into 3 and 4. Wheel to wheel at the top of the field. Here comes the 4 of Johnson. 5 cars, 6 cars, 7 cars in the fight for the lead. Jerry D gets ping-ponged around, and look at Adams down to the inside.
Tommy Adams with a power move down through 3 and 4, almost 3 wide there as he comes up alongside Jerry D for 5th as they battle side by side down through 1 and 2 down the backstretch. It's Paul Newcomb continuing to lead, Dan Johnson and Bobby Tripp.
Off the corner they come, nose to tail. 2 drivers that have yet to visit Everett Auto Parts Victory Lane in the late models. The 5th, the 7th of Paul Newcomb, the 4 of Dan Johnson. They race off of turn number 4, 6 laps to go.
6 to go, and Dan Johnson in the Propane Plus number 4 is right on the rear bumper of the 7 as Tommy Adams a little bit through the grass there. He's going to lose some speed, and here comes Chase Belcher down underneath him through 3 and 4.
Bobby Tripp is slowing the pace up wicked bad as that car is pushing through the corners. He is holding on to the bottom. Adams looks to the outside off of turn number 2. Meanwhile, up top, the top 2 with 4 laps to go. Johnson down to the inside.
Dan Johnson looks to make a run down on the inside of Newcomb. Newcomb gets a bit loose. They're side by side exiting turn number 2. Drag racing down the backstretch and into 3. Side by side, Johnson looking for the lead over Newcomb.
Trouble off of turn number 4. Tripp gets all sorts of crossed up. Here comes Adams up on the outside. 3 laps to go. Johnson and Newcomb wheel to wheel in a breakaway as they come off of 4. Twin sticks are up in the air.
They are drag racing, bumping and banging as Newcomb takes the lead. Johnson takes the lead. Newcomb looks for the crossover. They collide exiting turn number 2. Newcomb to the lead. Johnson looks to crossover again.
They come off of turn number 4 for the white flag. They are beating and banging. Johnson trying to squeeze back to the top of the leaderboard. Newcomb trying to hold on down the back straightaway for the final time. Checkered flag high in the air. Johnson, one last effort. He doesn't get it. Paul Newcomb picks up his first career Everett Auto Parts late model feature win. Johnson in for second. Tripp just holding off the 56 of Adams for 4th, and Ryan Soulier with a career best run for 5th. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how great run tonight. Tell us about those last few laps.
Well, the last laps were going pretty good. We were picking up speed, and we just left that bottom door open for that crossover. I'm sure Wayne was telling him on the back stretch, oh, go for that crossover last minute, because that's his favorite thing to do.
Congratulations, a great run tonight. It's got to feel real good. This car looks to be just about where you want it to be.
Yeah, this week I was in Texas, and my brother brought it to practice Wednesday, and they got it dialed in for me. So when I showed up to practice today, it was spot on. We were ready to go, so it wasn't much to worry about.
So does that mean Nick gets test driving duties from now on?
Yeah, I guess so. He's the tuner in for me, I guess.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I want to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, Jerry Babb, our crew chief, Distance Race Cars, my girlfriend Chelsea, who always comes and helps us in the pits, Propane Plus, Propane Trucks, and everyone else in my family.
Doing everything you could to hold on to that spot.
Oh, yeah, you're not kidding. I told you, these kids are fast, man. They're really fast. They just keep coming back at you, you know. I'm getting closer with my setup, and we loosened it up a little too much for the feature. So we're going to come back and give them hell again.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you. I know you got some people you want to thank.
Hey, yeah. First of all, my mom's here today, so maybe that was my good luck charm that got me close to the front again. Got to thank Roy. Got to thank Bob, Mickey, Chuck, Allison. Joey's not here today, but we'll thank him. My dad's always here, too, so we can't forget him. Wow. you know, I hope the fans enjoyed it. I thought we did a great job out there. You know, a little bumping and banging going on, but I guess that's part of the division. You know, it's a little more than I'm used to.
Paul, welcome back home.
Yeah, thanks. Well, it's a tough one.
Tell us about those last few laps. Danny said he just left that bottom open for you just a little too much.
Yeah, he ran me up over here and took my lane, so that's why I did what I did to him. So if he ran me clean, I would have ran him clean, but he left it open and I put it in there.
I don't think the fans are disappointed a little bit. It was good, hard racing between the two of you.
Thank you.
First time back into Everett Auto Parts Victory Lane. It's been a while. I know you had to ask Tim if you get the lap with the flag. That's how long it's been, but it's got to feel good to get back here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been trying hard. You know, been a long time. I don't think I had a win in 10 years, so it's been a long time.
Well, for those 10 years, I know you've had some people working hard for you.
Yeah, I want to thank Kenny Rigo, RSB Chatsies, both Richies, my father, my father-in-law, my family, my wife, all my supporters. John, his girlfriend's here this week. Appreciate it. Mike, Firecracker, and Pork Chop. Everyone who helps out with the car. Jerry Giasperri, his whole crew. I mean, my spotter, Darling, he does a great job spotting. I want to thank the fans for coming out, rooting for me. Thank you. I got to thank my sponsors, Newcomb's Tree Service, Map Insulation, Gilbert Electric. So we got on the car here. Standard Weldon Supply, R.W. Douglas. This George's Garage and Towing, Navon. Just a lot of help, a lot of work goes into this car.
Busy guy, Fridays and Saturdays. This has really got to feel real good.
Yeah, it feels good. Hopefully my son will do the same thing next weekend.